leader who rose to power on the strength of student protest is now seeing those same streets turn against him as the firestorm of controversy over national borders and campus bans threatens to bring his government to a standstill. The man who campaigned as the ultimate outsider is now facing the biggest test of his career, with critics claiming he has abandoned the very youth movement that placed him in the office. Hello and welcome, I'm Ashia, bringing you this latest update. It has been a sharp and sudden turn for Nepal's Prime Minister Balen Shah. Just a few short months after his historic rise to power, the political honeymoon is effectively over for him. The same student organization that acted as the backbone of his 2026 campaign have now been pivoted into his most vocal opponents, openly demanding his resignation. To understand why is this happening, we have to look back at the two major flashpoints that have defined the crisis. The first is a comment Mr. Shah made regarding Nepal's border. During a parliamentary address this week, he suggested that Nepal had actually encroached on Indian territory. In a country where national sovereignty is a deeply sensitive issue, the reaction was immediate and intense. Opposition parties and student groups have branded the statement as anti-national, and with many of his former supporters feeling that this was not just a political misstep but a direct betrayal of their country's integrity. And at the same time, the administration is now facing intense pressure over a new education reform policy in Nepal. The government has introduced that what they call a 100-point action plan, which includes a strict ban on student unions in universities. Prime Minister Shah has said that this is essential to depoliticize campus and ensure that students focus purely on their studies. But the students don't see it as that way. They believe this is a classic power grab designed to silence the most active, politically engaged demographic in the country of Nepal. The same demographic that mobilized the protests that brought him into the power this year. And this has put the Prime Minister in a difficult spot. His entire political identity was built on being an outsider who challenged the status quo of Nepal. By moving to dismantle student unions, he is now being perceived by many as the very establishment figure he promised to dismantle. The student coalition, including major bodies like Nepal student unions, is now utilizing the exact same strategies they once used to support him, organizing boycotts, holding street protests, and staging high visibility demonstration across Kathmandu. And the practical impact of this is already being felt on the ground. Kathmandu is currently facing significant disruption as the protests continue, and there is a real risk that this anger could spread to a general public outrage. And if traditional political parties decide to leverage this unrest, Mr. Shah could face a serious crisis of legitimacy. And for the moment, the man who was once a hero for anti-establishment movement finds himself at its primary target. And it is a critical moment for his administration as he struggles to defend his policy decisions against a base that feels both disillusioned and betrayed. And we are tracking this story as it develops to see if he can find a path to reconcile with his supporters or if the pressure from the streets will force a change in government again. Thank you for watching.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.